Hello, YouTube. I am on here to share about the Christian hip hop. I'm on as a supporter. I've listened to a lot of the Christian hip hop and I've asked Jesus Christ, I've asked Jesus, what am I listening to? What is the Christian hip hop all about? Because I know it's deeper than rap, it's deeper than music. So the Christian hip hop artists who are rapping about how God changed their hearts and their mindset. That's what I heard. I don't hear no status quo. It says in Romans 12:2, don't copy the behaviors and customs of this world, but let God transform you to a new person. So there are some real Christian men and women in the Christian hip hop industry who are rapping about how God changed their minds and heart sets. When me and Jesus Christ listen to the Christian hip hop, what I hear is this how God changed me. This how God delivered me. We ain't gotta live to please nobody, you know. Thank God I made it. If it wasn't for the Lord, where would I be? Thank God I made it. Thank God I made it. Okay, that ain't no rap. He's rapping his testimony, talking about how God changed him, how God transformed his mind. That's what I heard. When me and Jesus Christ listen to the Christian hip hop, all I hear is a bunch of testimonies. There is some real men and women in the Christian hip hop industry who have a relationship with Christ on and off the microphone. It's deeper than rap. It's deeper than music. Okay, so that testimony that I did share, that testimony right there, man, I can relate to that. Okay, that testimony is very encouraging. Every time I turn on the Christian hip hop artists that the men and women of God that God told me about, man, all they do is share how God set them free. A lot of people don't know what they're listening to. They just buying into whatever somebody say. They're not going and asking Jesus. They're not asking Jesus Christ. They just buying into some label. Christian rapper, CHH. No, these are real men and women who've been delivered. God has changed them. They have allowed God to transform their mindset. There's some real men and women in the Christian hip hop music industry that will share their testimony with you if you ask them. They won't preach your ear off, but they'll share. It says, do not copy the behaviors and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think so you know what God's perfect will is. So that's what a lot of the Christian hip hop artists are doing. I've listened, I've listened to their testimonies. I'm listening to what's coming out of their heart. They talking about how God changed them, talking about how they've been transformed. They talk about having a relationship with Christ off the microphone. So that's my experience with the Christian hip hop. I've listened to the lyrics. The lyrics. Okay? Thank God I made it. If it wasn't for the Lord, where would I be? My brother in Christ is he's rapping his testimony. They sharing their testimony. Testimony. Talking about how God transformed them, how he changed them. That's what the Christian hip hop is really all about. Just like David in the Bible. About David. What happened to David? Okay, I'm gonna go to David. When David kept silent about his sin.
According to web.mit.edu. Blessed.
Now this is about David when David kept silent about the wrong that he done. This is what the Christian hip hop is really about. Jesus Christ should know. He called these men and women in the music industry. So I go by what God say. A lot of people don't even know what they're listening to. They really don't. They just going by what everybody else say. Nobody is checking with Jesus Christ to see what he says. What do he say? Okay, and it's not poetry. Nah, that ain't what it is. That ain't what they sharing. Nope. Mm-mm. That ain't it. So I'm gonna just share I think it's Psalms 32. It says, this is David. Psalms 32. Blessed is the one whose transgressions are forgiven, whose sins are covered. Blessed is the man whose sins the Lord does not count against him, in whose spirit there is no deceit. When I kept silent, my bones wasted away throughout my groaning all day and night, and my your hand was heavy upon me. My strength was zapped like in the summer heat, and then I acknowledged my sins to you. You did not cover up my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to you, Lord. You forgave me of the guilt of my sin. Therefore, let everyone who is godly pray to you while you may be found. Surely the mighty waters will rise, and they will not reach them. You are my hiding place. You protect me from trouble. You surround me with songs of deliverance. And that's what the Christian hip hop is really about. Right here with David. When David tried to keep silent about his what he did wrong, he said it was like the summer heat. When he confessed his sins to Jesus Christ, he was forgiven. So David right here was sharing, therefore everyone who is godly pray to you while you may be found. Surely the mighty waters will not reach them. You are my hiding place. You will protect me from trouble. You surround me with songs of deliverance. That's what the Christian hip hop is really about. It's deeper than rap, it's deeper than music. It's real men and women writing down how God delivered them and brought them out of some rough stuff. That's what the Christian hip hop is really about. I'm gonna come back and share more of that. Bye bye.